10 o'clock, good morning from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Lucas Panzica. The Titans beat the Seahawks 19-16 at Nissan Stadium in the second preseason matchup of the year. After coming back from down 16-3, Cam Ward went 8 of 12 for 69 yards. The Titans are back on the practice field tomorrow as they head into the final week of training camp. In other NFL news, the Browns have named Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback over Shedeur Sanders for Week 1. In Knoxville, Tennessee has named true freshman quarterback Faison Brandon the starter for 2026. According to reports from On3 Sports and ESPN, the five-star will be the first true freshman to start Week 1 for the Vols since Brent Schaefer back in 2004. Josh Heupel meets with the media today in a couple of hours. Nashville Soccer Club stormed back with 2 stoppage time goals from Reed Baker-Whiting and Andy Nahar to beat Columbus Crew 3-2 Saturday, maintaining their spot at the top of the league standings. They are 10 points clear of Miami. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Okay, how we feeling? Sunday Night Football last night. Titans get a preseason win. They're pretty good at that. Brent Doherty was telling me yesterday on the pregame show that they win a good deal in the preseason. So as far as bang for your buck goes, maybe preseason's the move. They don't look convincing with the starters essentially playing 3 series on both sides of the ball, especially because they're doing it against the Seattle second string. No starters for the defending Super Bowl champions last night at Nissan Stadium. We will have time to talk about it. I hear you guys are in a bit of a mood. Will and Ramon informed us this morning. Things have been a little chaotic. I don't know if I'm going to help that, but we'll see. Good morning, boys. How was your weekend? Are you well? You look tired.
I'm okay. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. Got up early this morning, got moving.
You're doing a lot of work.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
There is a lot to discuss today, man.
We got way too much.
It's a laundry list.
This is the rare time that I agree with your, are we calling it a patented catchphrase?
Much to discuss.
Much to discuss.
Nobody else says that.
Much to discuss.
Yeah, I mean, Titans win preseason game number 2, but do they?
No.
Tennessee has named a starting quarterback. Deshaun Watson's going to be the starter in Cleveland, which is hilarious timing by Todd Monken after that press conference. NSC with a thriller on Saturday, continuing to dominate.
What is more unbelievable? The fact that Watson is the starting quarterback in Cleveland after the weekend that man just had, or what the hell Nashville SC did on Saturday night? Because I thought they were kind of cooked there for a minute.
Yeah, it looked like maybe the worst performance of the year, and then they did what they did, and they are 10 points clear of Miami at the top of the MLS table.
615-737-1045. We're going to get to all of it. It's Lazy River Radio. Now, that sounds like that would not be a fun time on a Monday, but I promise you we're going to get to everything. It's just we're going to let it flow. All right, Robert said, don't put anything in the rundown today. Just get it all out, and we'll try and find a train of thought. Robert Saleh has already spoken this morning. He had a Zoom press conference, and Kroll has done a good job of already preparing those answers for us, and there's a couple of things that need to be parsed. The starting quarterback situation in Tennessee, I don't know. Has it felt like an inevitability? Because we did talk a little bit about George McIntyre getting some positive praise, some positive reviews as we worked our way through. But this morning, the news comes down that Faison Brandon will be the starter.
The higher upside guy is going to get the nod. And he performed well by all reports in the second scrimmage of the year over the weekend. And he will be the first true freshman to start for Tennessee since 2004. So we'll see how he responds. The dual threat ability, the big play ability downfield. Can he take care of the football? Can he be steady? Can he be consistent, lean on that run game? All remains to be seen. But the Faison Brandon era will get underway. It's where it was trending after spring ball. And sounds like it's official. Heupel will speak, I believe, at 12:15 Central. And we'll hear it from the man himself. But all the reporting from On3 Sports and ESPN, it's that it's Faison's job.
You're being awfully quiet this morning.
Yeah, just running through some, just doing some big boss things back here. putting my belly on the table.
Okay, that's a visual.
You have
I tried a new cold brew this morning, so I'm sweaty and jittery.
Yeah, I'm concerned. It was delightful. It's the rare occasion that you can get me to drink out of the same cup that the two of you are drinking out of, as Robert was kind to share his cold brew with us this morning. But I love cold brew.
It is
very good.
It's strong. This is what the Cowboys used to drink.
Okay, how was your preseason?
It's like when Buddy the Elf discovers coffee.
Wow! Can I add syrup to this?
How was your preseason football viewing extravaganza this weekend?
It was great, man. I thought we had a ton of great moments. I don't even want to talk about, like, the minor moments because I want to be able to fledge them all out and not have to say, like, how about that Cowboys tackle or how about the new longest field goal in NFL history in preseason?
Yes, there are a lot of things. And we are going to be back out at training camp tomorrow. I believe there's not fans, so maybe we have a little more wiggle room to do some leftovers type of stuff on a Tuesday because there is a lot of stuff from the football weekend. But what is the most significant news this morning? Is it the Titans' performance and how you feel about it today? Is it the Vols starting quarterback situation? I had Gentry Estes, the columnist of the Tennessean, in the post-game interview room last night ask me, hey, what's it going to take, in all seriousness, not like trying to give me a hard time or anything like that. He's like, what's it going to take for you to start talking about soccer? And I said, in what context? And
where were you at the last 3 months?
No, I know. I said, we had a great time this summer. We all seem to be collectively enjoying watching sports together. And we had a great time talking about a very dramatic World Cup. But he's talking about Nashville SC because they're excellent, because they're definitively the best team in the city. And I'm not saying that you wouldn't know it, but we probably talk as much soccer, probably between us and Will. We probably talk as much soccer as anybody, right? And it's still just kind of, hey, Lucas, here's 5 minutes at the end of the hour.
No, but I feel like we've gotten into it and you guys have engaged in it. And,
sure.
And we've participated in this run that they're on. And it's the best team the city's had since the Preds Stanley Cup run, since the Titans AFC Championship run. Maybe even better. We'll see when all the dust settles. This is exactly why Major League Soccer is changing the calendar, by the way, to where the end of the season happens in the spring into summer rather than the thick of football.
I'd say just quickly on the context of those two things, they're better than the AFC Championship game run and the Stanley Cup because neither of those teams was expected to do anything.
They're on pace to have the best regular season in MLS history. What they're doing right now is crazy. The consistency, the constant solutions that they're finding at the end of games, even when they're not putting out their best performances, they're absolutely thrilling. And they will host Cincinnati next on Saturday, which will coincide with the Titans preseason game. So, what will folks have more fun watching next Saturday? Titans preseason finale against the Bears or Nashville SC trying to maintain their spot at the top of the table?
Well, that's what I'm genuinely asking. Like, because if you watch Saturday was unreal.
It's an electric factory. Yeah, incredible.
Just unreal.
You stormed back down 2-1, kind of a flat performance, and then 2 goals in 2 minutes in stoppage time. Andy Nahara with the late winner, and they just keep on doing this. They just keep on winning.
Because I asked that within the context of last night, and listen, I'm not a Titans fan, so I'm not going to these things out of enjoyment. I understand that there's a difference. I get to watch Nashville SC with no strings attached. I'm not on the clock. I can drink a beer. I can sit on the couch. I can do what I want. Versus a Titans game. But, like, I went into yesterday's game being like, all right, first, or I guess last home preseason game at Nissan Stadium. Did I get all that right?
Hope so.
What are you laughing at?
Yes. The last first home preseason game at Nissan Stadium.
And so there was a number of different, like, generations of Titans fan jerseys in this stadium, and they've just kind of, they haven't just taped it up, right? They've done it in a professional fashion with the paint on the field and the new logo and the new signage and all these things. I'm not going to pretend like they've just slapped it up there, but it kind of feels like a team that doesn't belong in that stadium playing in that stadium in a season that's supposed to be about the Titans last season at Nissan Stadium. I'm watching that, and then I'm watching the play on the field, and I'm just like, I mean, if you're talking about entertainment value, it made me really think about Gentry's question again this morning. I'm like, this is infinitely less enjoyable than the soccer team, but I know that we're going to spend infinitely more time on Cam because, of course, football, American football, is significantly more viewed, consumed, discussed by the audience out there. But I just wonder how much further do the extremes have to get between how damn good SC is versus the other two who are just kind of like, maybe you win 6 games if you're the Titans. I don't know. Maybe could you be 500 if you're the Preds? I don't know. Like, what point do we have to get?
Well, hey, the last thing I'll say on it is, and Will and I will dive deep into NSC's win Wednesday night on NSC Backstage at 7. Hope y'all will join us. Is if you are looking for fun as a Titans fan, if you're a Nashville sports fan that hasn't caught on to Nashville SC, you just want to have fun again.
Yeah.
Having a ton of fun over there, man.
It's a great time.
It is lit. The energy in that place is just off the charts. Okay, let's talk about the Titans preseason game.
Well, because, Robert, immediately the chat is filled. The chat is, I guess, now, just prognosticating the way I'm going to behave after a Titans game. Because I'm reading comments in there from Marciano, who says, 3 hours of Buck telling us our team should be banished to the Shadow Realm, LMFAO. And I see Sad Boy Radio comments like I should have worn my hat today. They technically did win the preseason game, right? I mean, they did win.
They came back. They stormed back.
People are pissed.
Does anybody have more points in the NFL preseason than Joey Sly?
No, he is carrying these guys.
He's got to be leading the NFL in points in the preseason.
So, Robert, I didn't come in here pissed about it because it's a preseason game, but I feel like they are all, as a fan base, so on edge that they are feeling that anybody is going to come after them with knives.
All right, first of all, it's hilarious for you to be taken aback that people expect a negative tinge from you, that you're just
it's the
hand over your heart.
You're like, two.
Oh, I can't believe that people thought that I was going to come in here.
They have the worst record of any NFL franchise in the last 4 seasons. It's not like I'm that far off base.
No, I know. I just don't sit here.
Okay, but be realistic. A new season with a new coaching staff. How many damn different players are on this roster?
No,
okay.
Here's preseason football is preseason football. Let's say in an alternate reality where Cam Ward, let's say he's been lighting it up after the first 2 games. Fans would be very encouraged by that, right?
Sure.
We would still be saying, it's preseason.
We would
it doesn't determine anything.
Saying, did you see Stetson Bennett on Saturday? Right. He was awesome.
But if Cam Ward just lit up the scoreboard against the Niners and the Seahawks, fans would be encouraged. So it is fair for fans, media, and whoever to be discouraged and it still doesn't determine a single damn thing about the regular season.
I am discouraged. I am not getting discouraged from the fan base. I am getting tense. I am getting very on edge. I am getting a lot of anxiety that's been building over the course of this losing because they're tired of getting their ass kicked. And when Drew Lock just rips a 36-yard touchdown pass across your face because Kevin Winston's out of position. And I still don't know what the hell happened on that explosive run that Seattle had. What the hell is that running back's name? Jacadia? Whoever that guy is, he didn't get touched. So you see that against Seattle's twos.
Against the first-team defense.
Right. Yeah. And again, you're like, what the hell is going on out here? How much longer am I going to have to eat our football team looks bad when they should be on a path of improvement? There's nothing to say that they won't improve in the regular season. But I think there's a level of casualness from the people who aren't impacted by this stuff, thank God, the head coach and the quarterback, because I came away from last night's press conference be like, it's awfully dismissive. I get you guys are saying preseason. I get everybody's saying preseason. But at some point, you got to get your ass in gear. And the fan base is that to the nth degree, right? That's times 10. Because they're the ones actually suffering the losing and paying the money to go watch the losing and all this kind of stuff, versus Robert Saleh, who just walked in the door, is like, yeah, we're working on it. And Cam Ward, who is obviously a work in progress, but he's not dead on arrival or anything like that. There is reason to believe that he can be an operable quarterback in year 2. I'm good with that. I don't think the fans are right now because they want him to be great. They're trying to manifest it, right? They're trying to manifest it no matter if it's preseason, a training camp practice against Seattle or Chicago, or, week 6 against Jacksonville. I don't know when they play Jacksonville, but something like that.
So Cam, in the end, goes 8 of 12 for 69 yards. He really only pushed the ball down the field on that one incompletion to Ellick where it could have been placed better. He could have led Ellick a little more down that sideline rather than sort of, underthrow it just enough to where the defensive back has the opportunity to make the play on it. Apart from that incompletion, what did we talk about from Cam Ward? It's master the mundane, right? Do the boring stuff. And the Titans, it feels like last week at joint practice and in this preseason game, almost only gave him the boring stuff to do. Like the biggest play is the catch and run to Tony Pollard where he just dumps it down.
Yeah.
So we haven't really seen Ward push it down the field. But at the same time, he looked sped up. We talked about the Niners' performance. It wasn't good. There's ball security issues last night.
That fumble, man.
Yeah. The ball's just dangling around. There's no awareness that there's a defender closing in on him.
He keeps thinking that he can pull away from guys as a runner. He's not that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's pretty much it. So it still is a very incomplete evaluation of Cam Ward because it's preseason, but there's been discouraging stuff, and they're not doing enough to push it down the field to show you the encouraging stuff. And when they are, he just hasn't made those plays.
Curtis on the chat, where you can interact. I'm sure I mentioned this at some point, but you can live stream the show today, 615-737-1045. Look at you back there fielding phone calls like it's a real Monday.
I love it. And I love that there is this ambiguous feeling of, should we be upset? Should we not be upset? I thought Cam was good. 8 of 12 is good. But then look at the yards. Why didn't he have a touchdown? What is this? So I like the discussion. I like that we have things to talk about. And it's not just, they were bad.
Yes.
And this is the grayest, most blasé way to put this. But if you take the two explosives away, I didn't hate how the defense played. I didn't hate it. I understand it's against backups, but I think this is what the preseason is for.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the starters got these reps. And Salah had a great answer to this. I'm sure we'll play later in the show where he's happy that the bust coverage happened. And I tend to agree with him. But I'm sure we have plenty of time in the show to get to that. We got a lot of great calls lined up.
We sure do.
Also, on the Titans front, I think this is just a classic case of hit dog holler. I mean, in the chat, ton of holding calls, classic Titans, ton of this, classic Titans.
The Ellick play should have, I was just getting ready to say that a commenter mentioned the Ellick play should have been pass interference
100%
against Seattle. Listen, you don't have margin for error, okay? You're going to get calls against you. You're going to get the occasional call for you. Maybe you feel like you get a hell of a lot more against because you get a lot worse officiating crews. But that is the nature of, you just don't have margin for error. You got to give yourself the margin for error, right? Because not everything's going to go your way. 10 times out of 10, you don't want the game in the hands of the officials. Robert was in the midst of making good points, and now he is again fielding phone calls because it does feel like a full-blown reaction Monday. You were saying?
I don't even remember at this point. No, I think that there is nuance that needs to be talked about in these moments because if you remember back to Friday at the joint practice, a lot of people pushed back on the fact, Cam was the statistics of his passing came out and how many passes he completed, and everyone was like, but you guys were saying
20 of 26.
You guys were saying he had a C+ performance. No one's really taught. Why is everyone saying this about us?
People were very upset about me saying C+.
Because it's a nuanced conversation. He took the easy things. It was not very impressive. C+ is an average grade. I thought he was average.
I gave him a plus because I thought it was slightly above. I thought I was saying a nice thing about him. I'm not trying to bait you with a C+. Like I thought it was a C+ day.
I would also say the preseason game for Cam last night was also a C+.
It's fine.
It would be better if he did not get stripped out of bounds. I would probably give him a B- if it wasn't for that.
Would also be better if Cardell Tate caught the damn pass. They're 0 for 5 on that.
I just don't think it's as black and white of, Cam is good, Cam is bad. There's never going to be a week or 2 weeks in succession where we go, he was awful. He was excellent. Like, it's going to be a wave the entire season.
The way that you looked at me this morning in the production room when I was basically having this conversation with you, I don't know that you've ever looked at me like that before.
I love it. I love and this is a part of where I feel like it's part of our job to have an intelligent conversation about this team that does not divulge into, wow, they suck.
Intelligent.
And yes, I'm air quotes are definitely needed. It's partially our job to have a semi-intelligent conversation about this to try to give people some more understanding about why it might be okay that he didn't have an A+ game. even though he's playing against backups. And the same thing for the defense.
He also might not be an A-plus player. There's not that many of those. Is that the quiet part out loud?
I think that's a great point. But we have
Could it potentially help the quarterback when things are being schemed? Because maybe the quarterback needs some help. Maybe he can't just go out there and win independently because he's not as fast as he thinks he is. I can't get over that. You got to stop that.
We have
cut that out.
We have a ton of great calls of people that want to talk about the game last night, but also we've got some breaking news this morning. We'll talk to it about it later, I assume. Did you guys see the 49ers owner was arrested?
What? No.
Jed York, yeah.
What? No. We need to talk about this when we have more time. But
I've got the perverts, the starting quarterback in Cleveland. I got the 49ers owner getting arrested. Is too much.
Hang on. He was arrested for misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct and possessing criminal tools. We can dive into more about what possessing criminal tools. Was he got a safe cracker? Like what?
He's an NFL owner.
Got like zip ties and duct tape in his trunk. What is going on?
It's perfectly legal to own that and a tarp.
Okay.
Those three things do not make you a criminal.
Lay out.
Yeah, my tools.
Lay out. We got time. Everybody slow down. Let's take a breath. I'm going to listen to my comm app during the break, and then we're going to take some phone calls and try to have a discussion about this nonsense. I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone. The Tennessee Men's Clinic is here to help you, just like they've been helping people in Middle Tennessee for 12 years. They're celebrating their anniversary, as a matter of fact. They're now open in Murfreesboro, serving Nashville, Franklin, Clarksville, and the borough, and so many more across Middle Tennessee. They have been the best in the business for so many years at this point because they're urologist-led. A urologist will oversee every part of your protocol and your individualized care and treatment plan. If you want the best, you have to go to the Tennessee Men's Clinic. The pills don't work for everyone, and even when they do, a lot of guys will deal with side effects that they don't want to have to mess with. If the pills haven't worked or never really did, that's exactly who the Tennessee Men's Clinic is built for. Right now, a great offer for you, a full hormone panel plus PSA for only $99. You'll find out your exact number in about an hour. Call them today at 615-208-9090. That's 615-208-9090 or online at TennesseeMen'sClinic.com. I love conversations that have some level of stakes attached. I'm having a good time. 28 minutes into the show, we're just kind of going where you guys want to take us today. And I like that you're into it because it's been a while since we've had football that you're actually invested in. Now, it is preseason, and very soon it will be week 1 against the Jets. We are what? 3 weeks? Is that right?
Well, don't push us too far now.
No, I'm not.
Because this Saturday is the last preseason game. And you tickled me so much. First preseason game. Oh, this is the first week 1. This is the last week 1. This is the last.
I didn't think people were going to care, but like Robert, I'm walking around in the concourse and Jack McPherson is bringing it up to me. He's like, I couldn't miss the first preseason home game at these.
You shouldn't. I don't want to miss the last first week or the first last week.
The last third week of
15. Putting up drywall.
Drywall. Starting to look like I'm going to be so glad when that damn thing is done, so I always stop talking about it.
That drywall has been up, by the way. We need to find a new bit.
No, I think that bit is sufficient for our uses. 615-737-1045, the number. You want to talk about what you saw? We can let you do it. Robert tells me all of these calls are good, which is rare. So I'm expecting you guys to bring your A game today. Where do you want to start? If you had to give me the best call off the rip, where do you want me to start? Actually, no, you know what?
Best is subjective.
Slow burn. Give me the worst.
I don't think any of them are the worst. I think they all have their own points to make. It just depends where you want the call to go. Do you want a despondent fan? Do you want a fan that has questions about how things are being done?
I want Alex and Dixon, I think.
That's working.
Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, guys. Do you guys remember in the movie Step Brothers when Dale and Brennan are interviewing with the Seth Rogen character and they pass wind and the whole vibe is off after that?
Yes. Ketchup and onions?
Now the tuxes seem kind of effed up.
It's in my mouth.
Exactly. So that's exactly how I feel with the Titans right now. It's like I've been a fan my entire life, and they've completely gotten rid of all the identity of the team, and it seems like they've replaced it with corporate slop. So when the Titans suck this year and we have the pick 1, 2, or 3, and we're staring down the barrel of Arch Manning in the quote-unquote best QB class in 20 years, what are we going to do then? So go Vols.
That's a Monday call. Football is back. Yeah.
I mean, there has to be improvement, right? Like, there has to be for people to not have that standpoint of, okay, yeah, uniforms seem a little left up now. You know what I mean? Like, nothing loses its shine like that quicker than when you come out and win 4 games, right? Like, there has to be improvement, even if it's 6 games. You're still doubling your win total.
I don't want to have to care about what they're wearing. I don't want to have to care about the mascot rebrand. I don't want to have to care about the fact that it looks like a different team than the team that's played its entire existence in Tennessee in that stadium, because it did. It just looked – last night looked weird. I'm not saying the uniforms look bad, by the way. Like, the uniforms objectively look good. They look good on TV. They look good on the field.
Yeah, they're clean.
But that's not that's not the football team that I cover.
It's just going to take some getting used to for us to look at them and say, that's the Titans.
I've sat in that press box for 11 years, and I'm looking at them last night like, you look like the faded Bills. I'm not sure what that is.
It'll take some getting used to, and the wins speed up that process.
Wins help.
Yeah.
Wins help. So, yeah, again, I can identify with that part of the fan base complaint. If the football team is better, nobody has to care about all this other crap, logos, rivalry uniforms, whatever else kind of jazz hands and firecrackers that they can throw at you to distract you from the fact that they have won less games than anybody in the league in the last 4 seasons.
You see what they're asking for in the chat, Lucas.
What's that?
Cheeks?
I wish. Mock Draft Monday.
Oh, my goodness.
I have one.
No,
7
shut up,
days
you
ago.
do not.
I do.
7 days ago.
We have too much football to talk about to be doing.
Okay. Let's just make the chat happy. This mock draft has the Titans selecting 5th overall.
I hate you.
And selecting cornerback Leonard Moore. There is your mock draft Monday update.
Oh, that's actually good.
Yeah,
that would be really good for them.
Pretty stinking good.
That would be great for them.
Not for us. I
If
don't
they
want to pick
pick in the
5th
top
overall.
5 again, I'm going to lose it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't. That was a bad mark on me.
I mean, maybe that would be good radio or good video. I don't know. But literally blood would spout from my ears.
What if all the bad teams are good, though, and they all have like 4 wins, and they pick 5th? 5 wins.
No. Just be solid. Be something that's worth talking about. My God. Just don't be the worst anymore. 615-737-1045. I love Monday calls. Gil is in California. A little extra early out there.
Yeah, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not too frustrated. I mean, I'm enjoying watching the process. I like that Saleh is playing the players in the preseason so that we can make up with our mistakes and see who are game players, who are practice players, and what we need to do to win. But my thing is, after watching Mekhi Lemon pull a hamstring, Jordan Love high ankle sprain, Tyson Jordan, I think he pulled a hamstring. Jordan Tyson, yeah, I think it's time to bubble wrap the guys. I think we need to have a good practice this week and then let the other guys come out there. And, I'll take Tate having no catches and be ready for the start of the season than his competition.
Thank you for the call. I mean, that's always the balance, right? Like, what's the risk versus the reward of these guys? But, I mean, there's a 100% chance of injury in football, right? That's the age-old line. So you can't. I mean, it could happen to you in the good week of practice before the final preseason game, right? Nick Singleton didn't play last night. They're expecting him back at some point.
Saleh said hopefully Tuesday,
long term. So but that just happened, right? There wasn't any. Nobody can point to something that they saw in the preseason game on Thursday and say that's when Nick Singleton got hurt. Sometimes these things just go.
No, knocking on wood. So far, it's been a pretty good preseason health-wise for the Titans.
It's Kanik and it's Jalen Harrell who are on injured reserve, and I believe that's the season-ending injured reserve, or at least Saleh was treating it that way when he spoke to us.
Their season's over, yeah.
We did get an update on Keldrick Falk, I believe this morning, saying he is day-to-day, which is a great improvement.
Yeah.
When he got hurt on the field, we thought that it would be a more serious injury. So
it looked bad.
So having a Stinger-esque injury that's only going to keep him out for maybe a week is definitely best-case scenario.
And he said the opener for Falk specifically. So again, about 3 weeks away. Yeah, they should not deviate from anything that they're doing as a coaching staff. It's preseason game number 2. That's the place where the nuance can come in. Just because your house has been on fire for these last 4 years does not mean that the fire department will not eventually come to save you. You just got to let them work here for a little bit. Let's go to John up next. Hey, John.
Thanks, guys, for taking my call. I've got a couple of things. The first one is, as I was telling Robert, we have our defensive backfield that we have spent a ton of money on, and they supposedly have a ton of talent. But last night, they're getting beat 5 to 7 yards. We're catching them from behind. And I don't know. It just falls back. If all of those things I just said are true, then it's got to fall on coaching. And I know we're looking for those things to throw at the barn, but that part just irritated me last night. And the second thing, and I'll get off real quick, is I can't remember the guy that intercepted the pass or made some spectacular thing. He's jumping around, runs to the end zone at the fans and jumping up and down like he is second coming. And I wish Saleh would say, every time you go out there and celebrate because you are not worthy to celebrate yet, then there's going to be a fine installed in you, or run your butt around the field till you can't run anymore. Guys,
Thank you, John. Appreciate the call. 60 seconds. Good refresh for the audience. 60 seconds before you get the Oscars music. So is he talking about the Hill pick or the Canteen pick? Because I know, like, the benches on a couple of different moments. I like that Jeff Simmons was into the game. Like, I don't know how much people were paying attention to that, if they were showing it on the telecast last night. But Jeff and a lot of the players on the sideline were actively invested in what was going on in the fourth quarter of a preseason game.
Yeah, on Titans radio, they said Jeff stormed the field for that last sack.
Jeff did.
Jeff came on the field to celebrate with him.
Yes, I think those moments are cool. As far as like not worthy to celebrate, is that the kind of caller that is upset about Cedric Gray doing the double thumbs down and getting a?
That's crazy.
I thought that was dumb.
That's insane. Like, is that a thing?
Well, Saleh said he has to call the league and be like, is that the same as a throat slash?
Yeah, like
or
what?
the bow and arrow thing what wide receiver used to do that?
You're allowed to do primitive weapon taunts. You can pull
only primitive.
You can pull a bow and arrow. You can throw a spear. You can
pre-industrial revolution.
You just see what I would be doing is firing a musket, and let's find out where the line is.
Yeah, you're like,
it's like you sit down like this. Pooh, but
you have to reload it.
Then you have to repack it, right? You got the little.
It takes about 60 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like whoa!
The powder horn is great.
I didn't fire until they saw the whites of their eyes, Ref. What are you talking about?
So I don't know
the
if
thumbs down is.
Two thumbs down
stupid.
equals 3 pumps. We learned
Clearly.
that.
It was a very stupid call.
Has to be one thumb down. Like, what are we doing?
I don't mind joy in sports. I will take the opposite approach from the caller from that. Are they worthy to celebrate? Would you like them to just get back in the huddle, get to the next play?
It's a preseason game. Let them celebrate the rookie getting an interception.
Yeah, so that was the Hill pick. I'm not as bent out of shape about that. Now, to the point about the secondary, Kevin Winston, Blaine was really good. Blaine's always really good on the pregame show and always really good on Blaine and Zach, which you can hear right after us. But we were doing the pregame show, Brent, Blaine, and me, before the game last night, and we were talking specifically about Kevin Winston. And Blaine, almost prognosticating the blown coverage by Kevin Winston yesterday that led to the 36-yard Drew Lock touchdown throw, said, he's got a lot of work to do in coverage because the way that he is built, and he's very long, he's very lean, he likes to be around the line of scrimmage, he likes to hit, right? He relishes contact. Those are all good qualities in a football player, but his build makes it harder for him to recover. Like, he's going to have to be in advantageous positions because he's disciplined, because he knows his assignments, because he's put himself there preemptively. That throw yesterday, Lucas, I know you were watching the replay with Robert before the show started. He's just out of place.
Yep.
He's just flat out of place. And Ramon also pointing out, Alontae Taylor didn't do anything on that play either. So there's some fundamental football stuff in there beyond, like, are they disguising in coverage? Are they running games up front? Are they they're not rotating their defensive line right now, which is a huge part of their defensive approach? Again, I'm not saying it's going to fix all of these things, but there are some stuff there. There is some stuff there that's fair to nitpick. And there is also some stuff there to say it's going to look different in the regular season. Will it be appreciably better? I cannot promise you that. All I know is it's going to look different than what we are currently seeing right now. You want me to take one more? Or you want me to go to, what do you want to do here?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Okay, let's take a break. Don't go anywhere. We've got more calls to take, but we're going to get to you because it's Reaction Monday after the Titans preseason win yesterday at home against Seattle. Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, here to help you if you have an issue that you need fixing right away, especially this time of year. I know the weather felt great this morning, but we know that the hot weather is not done here in Middle Tennessee, and if your air conditioning goes out, that is the absolute worst. Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical is who I call when I have issues at my home, because they are inevitable. But you want to make sure that you have the trusted professionals, trusted vetted professionals from Hiller on the job. They're going to solve your problems quickly. 100% satisfaction guaranteed of happy you'll be, or the service is free. That's the Happy Hiller promise. They've been in business for over 35 years and are family owned and operated. They are going to put you in positions to succeed, and most importantly, the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. No upselling, no upcharging, because you may not fully understand the problem that the tech is there to fix. That's not the way that Hiller does business. Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Book online today at happyhiller.com. Welcome back to the show, fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken. I have a Hattie B's Hot Chicken cup in here. The great take-home cups, great beer pong cups, multi-use cups, the Hattie B's cup.
They also have the best ice.
They do. They have, it is, what is the proper term for the ice? Because I have
Nugget.
historically called it.
Oh, is that what it's called?
I think it's Nugget ice.
I've
Nugget
always
ice?
called it Sonic Ice.
No, it's Hattie B's ice.
It is Hattie B's Ice.
It is technically Nugget ice.
Is that what the internet says? I
Yes.
was just Googling it. Okay, cool. My mom has one of those in her house, and I'd probably eat more ice at her house than anywhere else.
13 more minutes. And then all the Middle Tennessee Hattie B's locations will be open and available to you, except the airport, because that one's open for breakfast. You're welcome. 615-737-1045, the number. F&M Bank Chat, very active today on the heels of a Titans preseason win. How many, it's a weird sensation preseason, right? Because the score says they won. They made plays as a team in the fourth quarter to win the game. What is Freddie O'Connell doing, by the way, the mayor of Nashville? Why is he tweeting the only Titans quarterback to lead a touchdown drive last night was Will Levis? Is somebody feeding him material?
What, the mayor can't tweet about the Titans?
I was not aware that Freddie O'Connell was a Will Levis stan. They walk among us? No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know that.
Something clicked for me watching back yesterday's game. This is galaxy brain stuff, what's happening with Will Levis from Brian Dable. Brian Dable knows the Titans want to trade Will Levis. He also knows Will Levis isn't going to be out there dicing up defenses.
Will Levis.
He's not going to be layering the ball at all three levels of the offense. He knows that the best opportunity to trade Will Levis is to get out there and use him as a battering ram. And maybe somebody will look at him and say, okay, maybe there's my Taysom Hill. Maybe there's my freak athlete at quarterback that I can get in there and just have him shot out of a cannon, which is a little bit full circle for Levis because that's how he was utilized at Penn State when he came on with the Nittany Lions. He was called up for packages as a young player to just, hey, run it at those people. Just run the ball, put your head down,
kill them,
and run into that pile. I mean, he was a battering ram, so he transferred because he wanted to throw the football, and he got to at Kentucky and did it well for a year and then didn't for another year and then got drafted by the Titans.
And hasn't done it since.
And hasn't since. And so I see what Dable's doing there. I see what dude's a good athlete. I mean, he can get out there.
I hate to take us off topic. Liam Cohen did an interview over the weekend. I think it was with the Pivot, maybe? I need to go double check who it was with. But saying that leaving the Rams and going to take that Kentucky job was the biggest regret of his professional career. He's like, I left when things got hard. The Rams that season, like it was our worst record. We didn't go to the playoffs.
On the heels of the Super Bowl?
Yes. It's like, and then the year
won 5 games.
The year I leave, he's like, then they win the Super Bowl. He's like, I left when it got hard. And like me and my wife went to Kentucky. We went there. We loved it. I would be the dude in charge. And he's like, that is my biggest professional regret. I should have not left the Rams when things got hard.
And that raised his stock, what he did, because that was the one sample of good Will Levis we've seen was with Liam Cohen.
Correct.
Interesting.
Correct. I mean, hell, he was good with Baker Mayfield. Like, Liam Cohen does have a track record here. So the Dable thing, though, is interesting because he probably is. What would you go back and look at Will Levis Callahan tape if you're Brian Dable? Or would you go back and look at him as a college player and be like, okay, what did you do here? And then just turn him into a triple option quarterback. I mean, Robert, they were running the triple option with Will Levis last night. He can't love that. And maybe that doesn't matter. But Lucas, I really think you're onto something. I think they're trying to make him look as viable as humanly possible. He didn't have that many passing attempts. I don't have my what's it called? Game book in front of me. But it's not like they were asking him to throw the ball.
No, he
did have one play where he went for it with Bryce Oliver, I think, in coverage.
He was 4 of 9 for 15 yards in the air. He had 4 rushes for 15 yards, a long of 11.
And the rest of it was just Chestnut. Chestnut did a lot of heavy lifting last night.
Preseason hero Julius Chestnut.
Yes.
I love that any game Will Levis plays in, if there was a way to bet this, I would. There is going to be a play where he rolls out and runs as hard as he possibly can to the outside.
Yeah, it's great.
Every single game this guy plays in, you could be like, what game is this from? No way of telling. Zero clue.
When I tell you that the collective press box, when they saw that he had Dearness Johnson open to throw it, and I think he wanted it. I think he wanted the corner. I think he wanted
when he got helicoptered.
Yeah.
It was like It was the easiest check down, guaranteed
It was
first down.
so good.
Like the dude's wide open in the flat. He's going to get the first. No, I got it.
I want. It's my time.
I want to fly through the air.
It's Will Levis time, baby.
Oh, it's great.
God, I love it.
It's fun. It is fun in the preseason.
615-7 in the preseason. 615-737-1045. The number. Hank is in Nashville next. Hey, Hank.
Hey, yeah. So what I was kind of wondering is we're always hearing about how good the boys are doing in practice on offense and everything, and I was just based off what I've seen out of our secondary in the first two preseason games. I mean, Striplin for the 49ers looked like a first-round draft pick, but I'm just wondering if our offense is getting that great of a look in practice. I know we can't hit the quarterback and all that good stuff, but it's just not converting over the live reps on game day. So is our defense that bad? Is that something we really need to worry about? And if not, or if so, I just look forward to it being the last season of us finishing last in the division in the old stadium. But I ain't going to get to listen. Thanks, guys.
I don't want the last season at Nissan Stadium to be another one of these, man.
The first last.
The first last.
Well, I guess this is the
season
second last. Haven't they already had a first last season for the Oilers or at the Astrodome?
Oh, man, that's
Yeah,
funny.
and then they had one at the Liberty Bowl, and then they played a season at Vanderbilt.
So
This is the third last.
This is the first.
Third last.
But it's the first last season at this stadium.
Yes, but the third last in franchise history.
So the third. Okay. The third.
Get us there.
First last season at a Titans home stadium.
Put it on a banner.
Boom.
Put it on a banner.
I nailed it. I think your secondary is inconsistent. Like, I think your secondary is going to get got throughout the course of the year, and you're going to need cornerback help. You couldn't get it all this offseason. I know you paid those guys, and you want them to play up to a reasonable expectation, but you're in mercenary mode for your cornerback room right now. How many cornerbacks did they have on the roster after they started cutting guys, before free agency started? I think it was just like one. I think it was just Marcus Harris wandering around back there, and they brought in a whole new room of dudes. So, yeah, your secondary is not, I wouldn't trust them. And I think that Kevin Winston is your hope here, right? That's your big hope in the secondary right now. But doesn't mean he's not going to have growing pains as a second-year player. So I think there are opportunities to get good work because it's not just against the Titans secondary. Cam did good work in the red zone passing game against Seattle on Friday. I thought Cam had some moments early in the San Francisco 49ers practice. I thought the Niners bounced back against him in practice. Situational stuff, that's you rep against who you can rep against. Is it definitely a red flag area heading into the regular season? Bet your ass.
And this is something we could probably go into deeper tomorrow or other shows where you have less pressing things to talk about. But I thought Blaine made a great point on the pregame going into the game that corner, you're going to get beat.
Yep.
They're going to get beat. It's just a matter of how often you get beat and if you're able to fix those things. So I'm going to withhold judgment on the secondary. I expect them to get beat, but I'm also leaving the door open for them to impress me and get better as the season goes on. It's just a fact. I mean, I think we said this at training camp last week. If you're riding on a motorcycle, you're going to fall off. That is playing corner in the NFL. You are going to get beat. It's just how do you respond? Can you fix those things?
Did you guys ever see that Ryan Gosling movie, Place Beyond the Pines?
Yeah.
When you ride like lightning, you're going to crash like thunder?
Shut up. That's not a real thing.
It's a good movie. Great cast.
Real line.
I just watched a Ryan Gosling movie with Steve Carell.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, great movie.
Fantastic rom-com.
Definitely never poo-poo that.
You did.
I didn't.
You poo-pooed it.
I didn't.
I told you to watch it. You said no.
Lightly dribbled on it. Didn't poo-poo it.
I'm going to take a call.
We should go to break and then take calls.
No, I'm not going to do that. Mr. J in Hendersonville. I'm not happy about what just happened there. I'm not happy with either of you. But what I am happy about is Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer. And what I'm most happy about is it's F-150 month at Two Rivers Ford. That is the best time of year with America's most trusted pickup truck. The F-150 and Two Rivers Ford, they go hand in hand. And right now, you need to get in on their great offer from now until the end of the month. Lock in 2.9% financing for up to 84 months on a brand new 2026 F-150. You choose the terms, plus $1,500 bonus cash and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan. That's 2.9% APR, $1,500, and a 2-year maintenance plan on your new F-150. And when you do business with Two Rivers Ford, you can rest assured you're doing business with a locally owned company that's upfront and honest. You won't find any add-on or accessories that a lot of dealerships will put on there to drive up the price once you get to the dealership. That's not the way that Two Rivers Ford does business. So put an F-150 in your driveway. Go see the non-commissioned sales team at Two Rivers Ford, family-owned for 3 generations. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
11:03, good morning from the Circa Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Lucas Panzica. The Titans beat the Seahawks 19-16 at Nissan Stadium in the second preseason matchup of the year after coming back from down 16-3. Cam Ward, 8 of 12 for 69 yards. Titans are back on the practice field tomorrow as they head into the final week of training camp. In other NFL news, the Browns have named Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback over Shedeur Sanders for Week 1. In Knoxville, Tennessee has named true freshman quarterback Faison Brandon the starter for 2026. According to reports from On3 Sports and ESPN, the five-star will be the first true freshman to start Week 1 for Tennessee since Brent Schaefer in 2004. Nashville Soccer Club stormed back with 2 stoppage time goals from Reed Baker-Whiting and Andy Nahar, beating Columbus Crew 3-2 on Saturday. They maintain their spot at the top of the league. The gap now is 10 points clear of Miami. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
One thing we can all agree on after last night's preseason game is that the offense has to be better. Just simply has to. I know it's not schemed. I know it's not games of real consequence. But I personally want a reason to believe that that quarterback that they continue to put out there, the former number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward, I would like to be convinced at some point that he actually is the solution. And these 2 preseason game sample sizes would not give you that. Now, are the 2 preseason game sample sizes the end-all, be-all, definitive narrative around Cam Ward? It might be for the internet because that's as much as you've gotten to see him. And the fans at home who don't get to go to training camp practices or OTAs or all the different things that the rest of us or Titans media or people, fans that occasionally get to go to training camp, there's additional context there, just data points. But by consensus, offense needs to be better. Head coach felt that way too. Last night talking to him after the preseason win against Seattle and then reemphasized that urgency. He's been talking a lot about urgency lately. Reemphasized that urgency in a Zoom press conference with us this morning. So, Lucas, I wanted them to put the offense out there for another series. I understand it's a preseason game. I understand it doesn't count for your record. It's not a real win over the defending Super Bowl champions or anything like that. It's a preseason game. But I came away from the 3 series that they got being like, what did you really accomplish there? They couldn't run the ball on 4th and short. Cam's best play was probably the Carnell Tate drop. Or I thought the throw to Gunnar Helm that I thought Helm could have given better effort on was also a missed opportunity. The best one that made the box score is just a nothing check down to Tony Pollard, who had nothing but green grass in front of him.
Yeah, but we did have a lot of conversation about Cam Ward in the offseason where so much of it was just want to see him do the normal stuff, right? And they did a lot of that at joint practice. That's why his joint practice performance, I guess, against the Seahawks was solid, nothing spectacular, because
20 of 26.
Yeah, and they weren't pushing the ball down the field. It was a lot of quick game, check down. But that is the stuff we said we wanted to see Cam Ward do consistently, right?
Yes.
So when we see Cam Ward being asked to do that stuff and doing it, yeah, it doesn't amaze. It doesn't make you say that's why you drafted that guy number 1 overall, but it is what we wanted to see from him. But at the same time, yeah, you'd like to see him throw a better ball to Elikayo Manor. You'd like to see the offense as a whole do a better job against Seahawks backups.
I'd like to not see the fumble.
Absolutely.
The fumble's bad.
Fumble's the most glaring thing about it yesterday.
It's just like the intentional grounding from the first week of the preseason. That is the one play last night that I felt, no, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, it just feels careless, right? it is not only the ball security, but the lack of awareness to know that there's a dude bearing down on you trying to swat that thing away. And you're fortunate it's not a turnover, but it lost you 10 yards, made it a much more tough third down attempt. So I have a question for y'all. More concerning yesterday, Cam Ward, who we agree was better than he was in San Francisco, but not fantastic.
What is slightly above uninspiring?
Yeah. More concerning, Cam Ward or the defense against Seahawks backups?
Defense. I didn't see. They were not getting pressure. Drew Lock and Curtis Rourke have the same completion percentage. They're both 12 of 14 against the Titans starting defense. Now, Drew Lock's a backup quarterback, and Curtis Rourke is a third string, right? Because Mac Jones is the backup in San Fran. But, yeah, I mean, you're still allowed to win, even if you're playing vanilla. That's not an acceptable answer to me. If Jeff Simmons and Jermaine Johnson are on the field, I expect to feel the presence of Jeff Simmons and Jermaine Johnson on the field, and Kevin Winston to not blow a coverage. The execution at the most fundamental levels you would like to see. They got pushed out of the way in the run game last night, and they weren't affecting the quarterback, really, until Milroe came in. So I think that of the two potential things to be concerned about, both are worth monitoring, but that one was the one where you came away, well, you can't say belt to ass in practice and then go out there and get pushed around on a nationally televised broadcast, because that's what happened. Can I hear from Cam Ward on their? So they've got 6 preseason drives with the starting offense, Lucas. How many touchdowns have they scored in 6 preseason drives as a starting offense?
The one, right?
Just the one.
The 95-yard drive against the Niners, a lot of that on the ground.
So Teron Davenport asked Cam Ward last night, essentially, how do you feel about the lack of scoring success?
Well, I mean, we had, one touchdown drive and probably six opportunities. You could agree that it isn't what you would normally want out there, right?
No, it's not. And it's something that, we gotta be able to, go get. As far as the touchdown ratio, that's our goal, is to score the ball each and every time we step on the field. But it's a lot of things that go into it, and for us, we're more of continuously to have a next play mentality, and making good decisions. We've had a lot of good decisions from each and everybody, from the receiver when they're sitting down in certain spots in zone, the O-line passing games also. Everyone playing smart football. But when it's time to do it for real, I think a lot of stuff will click. But we still have another week to get better on the little things that we need to get better on.
So the front end of that exchange, Lucas, is Cam Ward kind of pushing back on Teron's initial question. And Robert cut it because the press conference audio for us is terrible. You're not going to be able to hear the question. It's just not good to play on the radio. But Cam was kind of like, what do you mean lack of success? And Teron points out, you scored 1 touchdown as a starting offense in 6 drives in the preseason. So, again, a level of casualness about the things that we're seeing from the head coach and the quarterback that does not match, and I think is a good thing. I don't want them to match the angst or the fear or the concern or the panic from the fan base. So I think those things are getting consumed one way by the people who are like, what's the deal? What's going on? Why isn't this happening? And from their perspective, it's like, yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. Week 1, 3 weeks away, we're working on it. And that's probably not what you want to hear as a fan when you see what you see, and then you hear the press conferences after the fact.
I guess so. I put less stock in what happens in the press conference. It's just not really gonna. I don't know. It's not gonna do a lot for me unless you're Deshaun Watson just saying idiotic, completely.
Don't tease me with the opportunity to talk about that because I'm dying. To talk about that. We got a lot to get to today. Okay, can I now take the calls? Or are you gonna?
Now we can go to Mr. J.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
You really did that to him, not to me. It was very wrong what you did to him.
Well, usually it's you in my ear going, get him, do it. Take him down. Run him over.
Music. I'm so ready at like 45 seconds. I'm like, yeah.
So when he humbly asked me to send us to break, It must be done.
We were super late.
We were. You were doing a good job. You were doing my job. You were keeping us on time.
It was just you being defiant. You're like, no, I don't want to go to break. Realizing you have no power.
Yeah, I don't have any ability to hit buttons back there.
You have no power.
I want
here.
buttons. I want buttons.
No, you're not Stern. You don't get to run everything over there.
That would God help us if I did. All right, I can't hit this button for the phones. Mr. J, go ahead.
Good morning, Buck, Lucas, Triple B. First of all, Buck, you don't have to be upset. I'm a fan of the show forever. So when I looked at the clock and it said 10:57, I'm in on the bit. I knew that as soon as you said my name, we were probably getting the hard out.
I don't like this.
That's a real one right there.
I don't like this at all.
That's day one.
I don't like that the callers get it more than I do.
I love Mr. J's like, man, they're late. They got to go to break.
This is crap.
I knew. I was like, wait a minute, that's late. The hard out's coming. But what I wanted to talk about, I'm a Titan season ticket member. I have been for a while. And I actually had the opportunity this weekend to double dip with the family. So we went to NSC Saturday night, the first game ever. We went over there. And in the preseason game, I always take the little ones to the preseason game, just because it's preseason.
Sure.
And what I don't have my powder dry about, in the words of Coach Mack, is the game atmosphere. Forget the product on the field. This is my first time in Geodis, and I will say this. I hope whoever the Titans hired is their new director of game operations. Spend some time in Geodis because they get it right over there from the time you get in the stadium, all the things they're doing during the game. The whole atmosphere was just great. And then we come over Sunday night to Nissan Stadium and had to watch the Blue Crew drum line. So the Titans have got to find a way to figure that out. And then the last thing before I get off and get the music, I want to shout out Lucas and Will. I know Will was on the call Saturday because I wanted to hear it back once we got home, but you guys have done a phenomenal job in the city of Nashville, seeing two guys that grew up here and have really put soccer on the map, and y'all both do y'all thing when it comes to really giving good play-by-play and helping bring casual fans like me along. So appreciate you, and I'm going to get off before I get the music.
Oh, good timing.
Oh, he didn't know he was already getting the music.
Thanks for the call. Thanks for that, Mr. J. Appreciate it.
Good call.
I'm glad y'all had fun. It helps when they do what they did and what the performances they put out there, but it is a great stadium experience. It really is.
Well, what's the biggest difference? One team is excellent.
They're
the other one,
elite, man. They're so fun.
the other one,
They're so much fun.
NSC is like that 2024 Chiefs team that just won all of those 3-point games.
they had no business winning.
It was like, they're on the Broncos are on the 25-yard line,
Yes.
about to kick a field goal to win it, and they blocked the
They'll
stinking
find a way.
kick.
Yes.
They'll figure it out.
That's this NSC team. They just find a way to win.
Well, they do that on their worst nights, right? Because they'll play it. They just played Inter Miami off the field just over a week ago, right? Dominant,
4-1,
comprehensive performance, and then they'll do that on nights where they're a little flat, maybe, and they're struggling, but they still just figure it out. That's what great teams do. But they do an excellent job at Geodis Park.
Yeah, I mean, if the Titans start winning, right, the atmosphere is, you want somebody to be able to create it for you when you don't have it, right? Because you know what it feels like when it's good. But you guys, and I mean like the audience, the fans are responsible for the atmosphere because the atmosphere reflects the product on the field. If the product on the field is out here, winning in miraculous comeback fashion after just whipping Messi's ass the other day, atmosphere is going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Fans going to be pretty hyped.
That's easy to show up for. No doubt.
That's the kind of stuff, that's where you grow a fan base because you show people, oh my God, look at this. This is so much fun. Don't you want to be a part of a winner? And that's why I think bandwagoning is okay because you may decide to stick around for a little longer if you have a good experience. That will keep you coming back because you're chasing that high. It's just, I mean, there is no high in going to a Titans game in the last 4 years.
What's the last Titans regular season game that was just like, man, that was
Green
awesome.
Bay.
Packers,
Green Bay Thursday night, Todd down
but
to DUI.
I mean home game, environment-wise.
Oh, they beat the Broncos the week before at home because that's their last back-to-back wins.
Honestly, I do remember having a ton of fun with that last game of 23, the last ride with Tannehill and Derek just absolutely throttling the Jags.
Because it was against the Jags.
Yeah, but it was different vibes. We were already eliminated.
It felt like a send-off, right?
Yeah, it was.
Tannehill was done, but that was his start. Derek was done.
The vibes were good, but that was a team with a losing record.
6-11.
Yeah. So, and Vrabel fired 2 days later.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, man. I mean, the last time I think the Bengals game, the divisional round, was the last time that place was just an absolute pressure cooker.
And I've really only see it be that a handful of times. There were games, obviously over the course of 11 seasons, they have had 6 consecutive winning seasons in that 11 years that I've been here doing it. So they've had moments, and they were building towards moments like, a Tuesday night game against the Bills where it's Jeff Simmons versus Josh Allen on the goal line and people are losing their minds.
That was the Monday night
game. The Tuesday game was the game against the Steelers, right? Or was that also a Bills game?
No, Bills.
Because that was
they
a whole
throttled
thing.
the Bills.
Facility had been shut down. They come out. They didn't practice all week. They'd been meeting virtually. They kicked the Bills' ass.
But it was COVID, so very sparse crowd.
That Chiefs game, the year that they went to Kansas City.
Adam Humphries
and Rashawn Evans and David Long making plays. There have been moments where that place has been up for it, but yeah, never like that Bengals game. And then again, it lasted for, I don't know, about 20 minutes, 25. Not great. Ron is in Donaldson.
Hi there. I would like to make a blanket request for basically everybody. And I understand completely I'm not going to get what I want. But I would like to ask everybody to banish the word if from their vocabulary. If this, then this. If this, then that. If this, then the other. The 2027 mock draft I heard earlier is a great example of if. So if you can't construct a sentence without the word if in it, then I respectfully request you to reconstruct your sentence. As far as the 2 blown plays, I think those will go a long way to help cure the swelled head disease that was metastasizing on Friday. And to Robert, I used to press buttons for a living. Show the man who runs the show. That's all I got. Thank you.
Damn it. Thank you for the call. It was an excellent one. Well done, Ron.
Love you, Ron. That's my dad.
No,
your dad.
Yeah, on the side of the world, right?
The great white hunter.
When does he get back?
He gets back next Friday. He lands in Atlanta. I'm going to try to go back next weekend if all things are amicable to that, but we'll see.
I like that call, though. I mean, it's a hard thing to do, but I think there is value in just talking about the way that things look in real time and not trying to get too far ahead of yourself. But yes, while it is a fair request, it is also completely unrealistic. We'll keep taking phone calls. We'll talk about the Tennessee starting quarterback situation at some point. We'll also talk about Deshaun Watson. I'm Buck Rising, 104.5 The Zone. Is there ever a time where Kanye is going to be so problematic that I can't still enjoy his music? Is there like a fourth wall with that that's coming
I feel
at
like
some
that's
point?
recency bias with stuff. I mean, potentially, but like, is Gary Glitter so problematic that you can't listen to him? Is R. Kelly so problematic that you can't listen to him? Like, I mean, there's just probably a wrong answer, but I'm always going to be able to separate the art from the artist.
Well, I asked that because, one, I enjoy Kanye, like his music.
Old Kanye.
Not his anti-Semitic beliefs or espousals. But I had a moment driving to the game on, well, I guess that was last night, yesterday afternoon, where Remix to Ignition came on my shuffle.
Yeah, you were like that Jay-Z gif where he's like bobbing his head looking super like concerned.
Yeah,
you know?
Right? I was like, this is still a banger, but this man pees on children. So I feel like, I mean, that's what it is, Lucas.
You don't have to say it.
But therein lies the problem. Like, we're bumping back with Kanye. I like Kanye, his music. And then I'm like, but he's kind of a real big problem.
Let's focus on the impressive feat of him literally rapping through the wire. How about that?
Okay. Very good. 615-737-1045. We'll get back to the Titan stuff in a second, but we do have news of local consequence. The Vols named a starting quarterback. We did mention it at the start of the show. We will effort Adam Sparks and other Knoxville friends at some point to give us more details with boots on the ground reporting. Lucas is monitoring Josh Heupel's press conference for any kind of quotes that would be helpful here. But Faison Brandon has been named the Vols starting quarterback. Pete Thamel of ESPN was the first to report this that I saw this morning. And he beats out George McIntyre, who we've been talking about for a little while. George McIntyre, a sophomore. And it is, if I'm not mistaken, if I read this correctly on the internet, Lucas, this is the first true freshman to start the season for Tennessee at quarterback in 2 decades.
Brent Schaefer, yes, back in 2004. These are early Ramon Foster days. I'm sure he and Will hit on that some this morning, and he would remember that. But
was he good?
No, it didn't quite work out. He was exciting. He was an exciting prospect at first, but he was replaced by Eric Ainge. Shortly after that, he got hurt and got in some trouble, basically got asked to leave and ended up transferring, and his career flamed out from there. So, yes, it is a little bit of history. It's the higher ceiling guy, and this is where it was trending after spring practice. What I am excited about from a fan perspective is something that you don't really get to learn about in practice settings, and that's a quarterback's dual threat ability, right? Like, you don't get to truly see. I think that is the biggest reason why Joshua Dobbs lost multiple starting quarterback competitions at Tennessee. Like, he lost out to Justin Worley and Nathan Peterman, and ultimately you realized his best quality was his dual threat ability and the way that helped open up the passing game. And there's just no real way to test that when you've got the non-contact jersey on. Hendon Hooker lost the starting gig to Joe Milton. Same thing with Hendon. When he finally came in, his ability to run the football opened up so much for Tennessee's offense. So the Vols go ahead and give Faison the job. And I think that's a positive because it means that he's done what he needs to do, pushing the ball down the field. And now we get to see when the bullets start flying, what that run game and dual threat ability looks like and how that helps open up the offense. He's a freshman, so there's going to be mistakes. Question is, how much can he limit them? Can he play within himself, lean on the run game? All of these cliches, but Tennessee fans are pumped. He's a 5-star player that you get to see right out of the gate.
And I imagine, because we've talked about this in pretty direct terms, you don't want to say that this season is just about developing him now and making sure that you're ready to, take the training wheels off in 2027 when you've got DGG coming in here as a stud running back who obviously everybody's excited about. When you've got veteran college players on your offensive line that are also highly touted recruits, when you've been able to recruit on defense the way that you have and found ways to supplement that organic talent base with the portal. I mean, I know the portal didn't work out for them necessarily this past offseason on defense, but I don't know, at some point they've been super unlucky, I think, on a lot of these acquisitions and circumstances that they've been in the middle of. Maybe you just progress to the mean as far as that luck goes. What would be a reasonable proving ground type of finish to the season where you come away from that saying, all right, Faison Brandon may not be there yet, but I feel like he could be in 2027. We're doing the thing that the caller just lambasted us for, which is talking about if.
Well, it's sports radio.
If he's good, can the Vols win the national championship? Find out next. No, don't go to break. Get away. No.
Oh, sorry, I was working.
Hey, Pavlov's dog. You heard the bell.
Sorry.
I saw him reach for it.
I'm literally over here working.
He wasn't even doing a bit. That's so great.
Blindly, he hit that button. I want buttons.
It was completely genuine.
When you have somebody on the front line, you can't say fire. When you have someone on the beach, you can't yell shark. You can't say find out next like that and not expect me to hit the button.
Can you imagine like a commander facetiously saying fire? No.
Just kidding. Not yet.
My leg?
Not till 11:45. It's like when people ask, Lucas, I don't know if you get this question often, but like occasionally people will ask me, like, do you just say the phone number in your sleep? You say that phone number a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, sometimes it is just reflexive.
That's so funny.
That's fun. That's awesome. All right.
Clayton on the FNM Bank chat says 8-4 as a true freshman would be great. I think it's reasonable to have higher expectations than 8-4.
Oh, okay.
I do. I think it's reasonable to have an expectation of 9 to 10 wins.
Setting yourself up for early BVS, yes.
I mean,
Kill him.
Because the thing is, I think you can get there to that 9-ish win range with a similar path that you got there in 2024, where the defense was excellent. The offensive line was a cohesive unit. You were able to lean on the run game and honestly mask some deficiencies from Nico Iamaleava, who wasn't very good in that 2024 season. So hopefully that's not.
You said that was the worst quarterback season that Josh Heupel has had.
Yeah, by the numbers, yeah, for sure. I mean, Joey Aguilar came in and led the SEC in passing in the regular season. So Faison Brandon will come in. And there shouldn't be this expectation that he's just going to light up the scoreboard and they're going to put everything on his shoulders. He should come in, and my hope for Faison Brandon is he is as much of a game manager as possible while layering in some of those moments that make you see why he's a 5-star talent. But he's still a freshman, man. He still needs to add some weight. He still needs to learn how to play college football. So there's going to be an adjustment process. The question is, how much can Tennessee kind of, blunt that adjustment process and prevent it from really impacting the wins and losses in a way that allows you to win football games by controlling football games. But a lot of that's up to Jim Knowles and that defense.
Somebody in the chat says, we are watching the first symptoms of BVS. It's like a flower starting to bloom.
He says, play this clip week 6. Yeah.
It's not the only starting quarterback news we had out of the college world this weekend. Keelan Russell has also been named the starting quarterback at Alabama. I don't think that had been the case since last we were on the air locally.
No, that was over the weekend.
Yes.
Did you guys see Ball State starting quarterback?
Oh, this is awesome.
No. Chirp, chirp.
I love this guy.
Oh, my God. I hate that Twitter has you have to have a passcode to look at your dadgum DMs.
No, that's okay. We need passcodes for
I
DMs.
can't remember. Okay, that's what it is. So they named their starting quarterback. I saw this, and I love this so much, scrolling past Jed York getting arrested.
I love that you looked up his measurables.
Well, I didn't. This is a tweet that I just forwarded in here. But Keldrick Luster.
Great name.
Has been named the starting quarterback for Ball State. His measurements, he is 5'10", and weighs 250 pounds.
I can't wait, dude.
What?
Go look in the Twitter chat and look at the picture of this guy. He looks like if Malik Willis loved food. Loved
Over the
food.
Twitter chat's just Jed York's mugshot.
So many Jed York mugshots. Oh, my God.
Oh, I can't wait.
He looks like he should play D-tackle.
I will be watching Ball State's season opener at Ohio State at 11:30 a.m. on September 5th.
What were the measurements for
Hefty Lefty?
Hefty Lefty, the Kentucky quarterback?
Rest in peace.
Blanking on his name.
Jared Lorenzen.
Jared Lorenzen. That's what it is.
Legend.
What were Jared Lorenzen's measurables?
At what point?
Yeah, that's the question.
As a college player.
As a college player?
As a Kentucky quarterback.
His Pro Football Reference measurements are 6'4", 285.
Yeah, I think that's his Giants measurements. I'm unsure of his college
Even
measurements.
still, 6'4".
Yeah, ballpark.
Like he's at least proportionate. You're talking about You're talking about a bowling ball out there playing quarterback for Ball State.
In preseason, he was 6'3", 288 pounds at the combine.
So, with the Faison news, who will there be higher individual expectations for, Faison or Jared Curtis? Assuming Curtis starts, which is not like declared.
Oh, I think it's Curtis because Vanderbilt fans have just recently tasted success and they're like, I want more.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
I don't want to step back. I don't want growing pains. He's the highest caliber recruit they've had in the program history. Show me the money, Jerry.
And I don't know that Vanderbilt
Show
has
me the money, Clark. That doesn't quite hit as well.
I don't know that Vanderbilt has, I guess, the parts and pieces around Curtis to really lean on and take some of the weight off his shoulders. Like, I think they need him to get out there and be a 5-star and just kind of take the lumps.
They are going to need their quarterback to do, I might argue, more heavy lifting than Diego Pavia did because they will be without an obvious I'm blanking on the tight end.
They'll be without Eli Stowers.
Eli Stowers ended up being a second-round pick, right?
Yeah, and he came over with Pavia from New Mexico State. They returned Junior Sherrill. They returned Cedric Alexander. Hopefully we'll be able to run the football. But yeah, that is the question, is how much can they support Jared Curtis right out of the gate, assuming he starts?
Somebody said 5'10", 250 is considered morbidly obese.
I love this guy. Keldrick Luster. I can't wait to watch it. Blaine's alma mater this season.
Be streaming Ball State football games on wherever the hell you get Ball State football games. Maybe Blaine can tell you. So, yeah, I would say...
he's a SMU transfer.
There's always pressure on the Tennessee quarterback, right?
And a Texas State transfer. This guy's been playing college ball
How old is
a
he?
minute.
How old is he? 24-year-old quarterback at Ball State?
They don't say his age on the team site. He's a fourth year.
They probably stopped leaving or stop putting the ages of these players on the team websites. There's always pressure on Tennessee quarterbacks, right? Because it's a fishbowl program.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe just by percentage, there is going to be more pressure on Faison Brandon because there is a smaller fan base for Vanderbilt that is not hyper scrutinizing everything. That's not message board fodder. Right. If he struggles, there's going to be moments where Tennessee fans, even if it's a small percentage, a loud minority, are going to lose it. Right. Whereas Vanderbilt fans, they are equal parts, I think, Lucas. Not satisfied with, fading into the background just yet and taking a step back to, take 2 steps forward here in a couple of years. But they're also just kind of happy to be here a little bit. Whereas Tennessee fans expect, 8-4 from a true freshman, the first true freshman quarterback in 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to start week 1, to be clear. There's been some true freshmen that have been thrown in there.
Somebody said the Ball State quarterback is 33. I don't think that's true.
See how Faison looks week 1 against Furman.
615-737-1045. We will swing back around to the Titans. After their preseason win that didn't really feel like a win. If you were watching the starters, I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone. Welcome back to the show. Fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken. 615-737-1045 is how you jump in. You can do that. Good job by Kroll, by the way. Kroll been back there slaving over a hot audio mixer control board, making sure we have all the necessary post-game audio, and even this morning's press conference. So well done by Kroll.
Hardest working man in show business, they say.
Oh. So what does that make Robert?
Big Boss Bird?
The fattest man in show business. Ralphie May's dead, right?
What?
Surely.
Ralphie
No.
May's dead. Yes, he is. Ralphie May's definitely dead. He hadn't put out a Netflix special.
I didn't know that.
If any
Lucas,
comedian
look at
is
him.
alive,
How do you think that person is still living?
Oh, he passed away in 2017.
gone and forgotten.
Oh, no.
Lucas,
Hey.
he didn't even know.
Hey,
he didn't even know.
That's a Tennessee native you're talking about.
I know they've got his face on the side of Zanny's.
I will say when you said Ralphie May, I was thinking of that guy that's super skinny now. He was in that show.
Great description.
Bob Loves Ibashola on CBS.
What?
Before that, he was, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like these terrible
It's
network.
like a network TV actor.
Yeah.
Kevin James?
No,
not
but
Kevin
it's
James.
like he looks like a Timu Kevin James. Like he's
Yeah.
taller a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, from Mike and Molly? That guy?
Yes,
Mike and Molly.
That's the other one.
So
he
they did another show
guy.
where it's called what? Who Loves Who?
It was like Bob Hearts Ibashola. Bob Loves Ibashola.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
that was always going to get off the ground and get rolling. Let's make a show where no one
Nobody
can
can say the
pronounce the
name.
dadgum title. That's a good one.
Mike and Molly. Yeah, I know, right? Billy Gardell. That's who he is. I remember because when you and I were at the Mint Gaming Hall for those March Madness remotes, Robert, there were like signs and promotions that he was coming to perform the Mint Gaming Hall.
Oh, that's right.
We were like, and we talked about, should we come back? We could check out Billy Gardell.
The way that you just got upset at the idea that Billy Gardell would be dead.
Oh, he's alive and well.
I did not realize that you
57.
held him in such high esteem.
So who is the fattest person in show business now?
That's what Google says.
Oh, that's a great Google.
Who's gotten fat? Has anybody gotten fat?
Me.
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah, everybody's on, right? Because Drew Carey's on Ozempic and everybody's on Ozempic. And
What does the Google search say?
There is no official or single fattest person in mainstream modern show.
there has to
It's a
be.
cop-out.
There has to
That's
be. That's a
cap.
cop-out.
Who is the fattest dude or woman in show business? I think my Google is a little more or less PC than yours is.
it's a little.
You took the same search off?
Oh my God, it gave me the same thing. There is no single title holder of fattest person. Yes, there is. There has to be a fatty.
The chat
What
is
about
saying
that-
Stavros, the comedian.
Oh,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Ravens fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Gabriel Iglesias, it doesn't have to be a comedian. who is the fattest?
Well, Kreischer. Kreischer's fat.
He's not that
He's
fat.
he doesn't get to claim us. He's skinny.
He's
fat.
husky.
He's lost a bunch
No,
of weight. too.
Segura is husky, but he's also on Ozempic.
Yeah, I know. He lost all the weight.
Like, who is the Ruben Studders of fat people now? Like, who is our
Ruben
champion?
stuttered. Oh, Kevin says he saw Billy at the Mint after he heard his interview on 3HL.
But was he fat?
All right, Billy Gardell.
No, he's skinny now. All right, give me fat actors. Fat actors.
I wanted to talk about Anthony Hill, but we don't have to here.
Can't PC that. John Goodman. Okay.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
He's
John
skinny
Goodman's
now.
wasting away.
They're saying Jack Black is. Jack Black did get fat. He looks like he swallowed a cauldron. His belly is so rotund.
I love him so much.
Well, he physically is becoming more round because his hair is long. So he just looks more spherical than he's ever looked. Like he looked if you, God forbid, if he fell off of a 1-story parking structure or something like that, he looks like he would bounce. Right? He looks like
Jack Black?
Yeah, like he
He would
looks like
bounce.
Boing.
His beard would break
right?
his fall.
He looks a little like he might hit the ground like a bouncy ball a little bit.
The Tenacious D show. I went to Tenacious D at First Bank Amphitheater maybe 3 years ago at this point.
Yes,
Phenomenal.
you said that. Yeah.
What a concert. It was awesome.
Is Kevin James still fat?
I think he's ripped now.
No,
I think he is.
no. We have to stop this.
He's bald.
Jonah Hill cannot be threatening to whip everybody's ass because he's tired of people calling him that fat kid from Superbad. We need fat people.
Maybe not ripped, but he's not fat.
Some fat people.
Google AI needs to be disbanded. It gave me Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates is not fat. Grandmas can't be fat.
Yeah,
How old is Kathy
Leave
Bates?
Kathy Bates alone.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Yeah, Kevin James got ripped for that. He did that MMA movie.
Oh, my God.
Where he
No,
plays
that's fake.
He plays a teacher that gets into UFC.
Well, no, he's a teacher that gets left by his girlfriend, and I think is thrust into.
No, we have the winner. The chat. Big X the plug.
Yeah, that's the big fatty.
That's a proper fatty.
Our fatty. That's our real fatty.
Right?
That's a good fatty.
Because jelly looks like jelly looks like a sushi roll now. He doesn't look like a jelly roll anymore. It's Big X the plug.
Now we got calls about the.
It just says fat stars.
I love that Paul and Franklin called in, and then it says Vols and fatties is what he wants to talk about.
Well, when Paul and Franklin is on the line, I'm obligated to take his call because he delights me. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, how y'all doing today? It's great to be alive and
sir.
be in Tennessee. Look, man, I ain't fat. I'm just big bone, man. I'm the last person to call people fat. I'm big bone. Yeah, that's what we used to say. But getting down to Jared Lorenzen, man, I'll tell you a little story about him. Now, he was big, Buck. He was hard to get out. But there's an old saying about I think it's the irresistible force versus the immovable object or something like that. Anyway, I was at the game when Lorenzen ran into the arms of Big John Henderson, baby, of the ball.
Oh, my goodness.
And I ain't never seen this in my life. But John Henderson grabbed Lorenzen around the waist, and rest in peace, Lorenzen, you right. But he grabbed him around the waist and absolutely pile drive that 300-pound quarterback. I won't never forget. We was all saying, my God, did y'all see that? And we was at the game at the time. But anyway, that's my fat comment about myself. Hey, you got to have fat people, man. You got to have little fat people. I'm one of them. But I'm big bone. Hey, God bless y'all. Go Vols and tighten up.
There he is, Paul and Franklin.
We got another winning submission from Zach Lyons.
Yes.
Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe got fat.
He kind of did a little bit.
Look him up. Look up Russell Crowe now.
Yeah.
He was in
From Gladiator?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, do you mean? Oh, I can't believe someone got fat over that time period.
Yeah, Russell Crowe did. He did.
No, he just looks old.
No, he's fat. He was in this movie. Look up Russell Crowe Unhinged. It's a thriller where
that is actually a fat person.
Yes, he got very fat, and I think he got fat.
That looks like fake fat, though.
No, that's real fat. That's him. That's him. I know real fat. That's him. ain't no amount of mewing that can fix
What
that.
on earth? I'm looking at a page 6 photograph of him from the side, and that is two human beings. He looks pregnant.
He just lives with his kids and wife and eats what he wants to and does what he wants to and has a good time. I admire it.
Maximus kind of got away from it.
Maximizing that belly.
No, he's maximizing scratching his fat ass in this picture on page 6. Look. He's literally got his hands down his bike shorts, scratching his big fat.
If you just look up Russell Crowe fat, the amount of different pictures and different haircuts and different views of Russell Crowe on Google Images is astonishing.
That's delightful.
I'm glad we figured that out. I didn't know who the champion of the fats was.
Big X the plug. I'm also seeing submissions in the chat for Rick Ross, but Rick Ross is...
I feel like he got skinnier. Oh, Brendan Fraser getting fat for the whale. Did any of you guys see that? If you would like to cry your eyes out.
I don't want to. I'm sure it's good and his performance was phenomenal, but it just seems way too sad.
It is extremely sad.
Yeah. Love the Russell Crowe comeback, or excuse me, the Brendan Fraser comeback.
Sure.
Over the last few years.
Okay. One more call on fatties. Rick is next. Hey, Rick.
Hello?
Yes.
Did you say Rick?
Yes, I did. Is your name not Rick?
Yeah. You there? I can't hear you.
Hello?
Dad?
Hey, it's Fluffy. It's Gabriel Iglesias. He's pushing over 400 pounds.
Oh, is he really?
Comedian and voice actor.
Thank you for the call.
Damn.
I saw him last in Narcos.
What?
He was in Narcos. They were just doing cameos.
God, I hope he's not
at the end,
Narcos.
like Quavo's in Narcos. He's selling crack to the.
That is the fattest crackhead you've ever seen in your life.
No, Quavo.
No, he said Quavo.
Quavo.
Oh, then what?
Yeah. Gabriel Iglesias he's like a Puerto Rican drug runner, coke runner in the show.
I stopped watching after the Pablo Escobar season.
I think that's fair because it had like 4 more seasons where they go into all different, and they were all solid.
Nothing I saw was near even touched that first season. So
First season was awesome.
like, yeah.
But yeah, it made me laugh. I was like, "What are you doing here? You're not menacing. Why do you have a sawed-off shotgun?"
Planet Neptune has a good point. Big X is the self-proclaimed biggest, the largest, so it kind of has to go to him.
I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone.
12:03, good afternoon from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Lucas Panzica. Titans beat the Seahawks 19-16 at Nissan Stadium in the second preseason matchup of the year. Coming back from down 16-3, Cam Ward getting a few series out the gate, 8 of 12 for 69 yards. Titans are back at practice tomorrow as they head into the final week of training camp. Joint practice with the Bears happens on Thursday. In other NFL news, the Cleveland Browns have named Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback over Shedeur Sanders for Week 1. In Knoxville, Tennessee has named true freshman quarterback Faison Brandon the starter for 2026 and has been confirmed from Josh Heupel, the 5-star, the first true freshman to start Week 1 for Tennessee since 2004. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
So we have got a Titans preseason game to talk about. We have obviously talked about it for the first couple of hours today. We talked about the Tennessee starting quarterback situation, Faison Brandon officially named. And we have not yet gotten to Deshaun Watson, but that will probably appear at some point in the final hour today. 615-737-1045. It is already the final hour. Show's flying by. We will take your Titans reactions. I want to get back to some Robert Saleh audio from last night specifically, where the Titans did win the preseason game against the defending champion Seattle Seahawks. But, Lucas, do you look at the game books? They've changed the construct of NFL. It's
NFL Jesus.
It's NFL GSIS, but we all call it NFL Jesus. Not for those of you. Yeah. I mean, it is. It is a miraculous thing, this thing. All right. Not to get blasphemous for the religious among you, but this thing is.
Yeah, you got a login for me?
Do you need a new one? Because
they changed it up.
They've made it well, you have to have your own login, and now you need an authenticator app.
I'm good.
Okay.
Just give us your phone. Buy another phone that's your phone that we can also use to text baddies.
What would you say? How would you lead it off?
Hey, baby. It's me, Buck.
You new in town? You like jazz?
What are you eating that we can all hear you unwrapping on the microphone? Did you not hear that in your own ear?
I'm unwrapping this trusty Hattie B's silverware, to-go silverware, because Ross brought us some leftover barbecue from a wedding he was at. Take the calls.
No,
hang on.
We're going to talk before you eat.
What'd you get there? What get a bite of what?
Beans.
Ooh, I ain't even got I didn't even get a fork. I'm about to eat them with just my mouth.
I love beans.
Have you guys seen this video of this rehabilitated vulture that they let out of a cage that starts hopping down the alleyway? That was the way that Robert was moving down the hallways to get this food.
Yeah. It was so good. That brisket in there is delicious.
So the game yesterday was unsatisfactory from the starting offense and defense. We can all agree. The defense in particular, Lucas, you asked the question earlier, what would be more concerning out of last night's game? Between what two things? What were the choices?
Between Cam Ward and the Titans defense.
Yes, and I said, and I think you agreed, that the Titans starters' defensive performance was not acceptable. That you can't have explosive runs being ripped through the middle of your defense.
A 70-yard touchdown.
Everybody just gets perfectly blocked. I don't think I've ever seen that in any kind of an NFL game. And Drew Lock diced you up. He was 12 of 14. John Glennon pointed out to me yesterday in the press box, both Drew Lock and Curtis Rourke went 12 of 14 against the Titans starting defense. Now, does that mean that the Titans starting defense is trash and all the money they spent has been wasted and that it's another 2024 spending spree where you had all this cap space and the contracts didn't pan out? Nobody's saying that yet. But Robert Saleh felt that there were some teaching moments. Robert, are you done eating? You're literally licking your fingers and wiping yourself on your shirt.
Hold on, got it in my fingers. What number is that? Got you one? Oh my gosh, so good. Don't laugh in there with me with your mic off. Turn your mic on if you're going to laugh at me, damn it.
Oh, the silence is deafening.
Take the call.
No, we have to do the show.
No, the call's quick.
Just because you two want to eat.
Larry has a very important topic.
I have audio to get to that will buy you an additional 20 seconds.
We have to talk about what Larry wants to talk about.
Which?
No. Damn it. This is the one thing I said I was going to get calls about this today. I'm not doing it yet. Not yet. I'll do it soon.
All right, we can hold.
Let me hear from Robert Saleh about why he was glad to see them make the kind of mistakes that they made on defense.
Well, hang on now. What number is that?
I don't know. Last night.
Well, then that's on you.
Well, hold on now. Now I got to read. Okay, I got it. Set it up again. Set it up again. I'll just cut all of this on the podcast so nobody will know that how unprofessional.
Cut it in post. Robert Saleh, glad his defense made mistakes.
I'm going to stay away from the schematic aspect of it, not to tell opponents what our rules are, but I can assure you that one is it's awesome it happened. I know it sounds weird, but it's awesome it happened because it should provide a lot of clarity to the back end.
Shouldn't they know it going into that game?
You know, Paul, there's certain things where when you're shifting from a match coverage to a zone coverage, like I alluded to yesterday, there's differences in reactions to certain movements. They've got to see to understand, and you would love for them to know it. You know, you go through some of the walkthroughs, but to see it, there's nothing like seeing it in a live rep. And I'm glad it happened. Like I said, there's sometimes you need a scar to feel the weight of making of communication. And
so that was Robert Saleh this morning via Zoom. Just because you're not on camera doesn't mean that people can't still see you're eating.
That's exactly what it means.
I'm glad they made the mistake too, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Because now we have a point of reference for that player for a certain mistake. And if it persists and they keep having coverage laps, we can cite this and say, hey, you had your reminder. You had the bump in the road in preseason when all the starters were playing. So if this persists, then there is an issue with coaching because you're not able to get through to these guys. I'm glad there is a landmark on the season now. So the players have a reference point and we have a reference point. Hey, I'm sure this was talked about. I'm sure this was coached. Why is this not getting through to the players?
When I came in this morning to the production studio and you and I were having this conversation and you looked at me, really the only other time that you look at me or Lucas this way, well, you'll do it with Lucas sober, but when you're drunk and you're telling us both constantly that you love us and that
I just want to let you guys know I really love you guys.
Yeah.
I really love you guys a lot.
That's the way that you looked at me today when I came in not ready to go scorched earth on the Titans defense because I was like, it's a data point. It's a situation to monitor. If they lose to the Jets week 1, I'm going to burn their house down. But right now, it's a situation to monitor.
It's like osmosis. Like, I'm learning from you. I'm becoming more of a curmudgeon. But then I'm rubbing off on you, too. And you're getting a little more nuance. I just feel like we're slowly becoming another person. Become another person. That movie does not hold up, by the way. It is
and you know
awful.
what? I never thought it was good.
No, stop that. It was good when we were
Master
kids.
of Disguise?
Yes.
Like, with respect to Dana Carvey, I never, even as a kid, never enjoyed that movie.
One of the best impressionists of all time.
Oh, yeah, easily. For sure.
Because the only reason people remember that movie is because the turtle thing, the Turtle Club.
There's so many lines in that movie. That, like he's turned into Scarface at the party, and they're walking around with hors d'oeuvres, and he's like, "Do you have a little one?" And some tiny nuts because he has like little peanuts and cocktail sausages on his tray. Like there's just so many good one-liners from that. He calls the police.
It seems that you like this movie.
He calls the police and the police are like, tell us what happened. And he's like, here, talk to Mama's cannoli. Holy cannoli, you're my sister. No, you idiot.
Somebody says no Enos Cantor or WNBA news. I don't care. I simply don't care. You could not even.
Has there been a more exhaustive sports news cycle this year than in the WNBA?
No, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for those women. I feel bad for everybody involved. I feel bad that they're poorly run as a league. I feel bad that you've got idiot grifters like Enos Cantor wandering around.
He's chirping at players.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was on the sidelines chirping at women on the court.
Oh, my goodness.
That guy's a loser. And those are my thoughts on the WNBA. 615-737-1045. Now to Hendon Hooker talk. Larry in Nashville.
Hey, guys. First time I've ever called, but just watching the game yesterday, Hendon Hooker throws a better pass than all three of the other quarterbacks. I don't know why he didn't play him anymore. I'm going to hang up and listen to you. Bye.
Thank you for the call.
Love you, Larry.
He hung up on you.
No, he didn't hang up. He's still.
Boy, did Hendon Hooker drop a dime on Sunday. Ooh, I got up out of my seat.
Lord, I've got the vapors. The last time a hooker made me sweat.
I mean, he just threaded the needle.
Threw a pass like a quarterback.
Man, that was a good throw.
How many throws did he get yesterday?
2 for 2. A rating of 118.8. 118.8.
Yes.
I'm not saying this, but some people are saying
People
this.
are saying.
Two Vols were the ones who made the biggest plays in yesterday's game.
Hey, the quarterback Vols were actually on fire.
We'll do that later in the week. We'll do that later in the week. Because God knows Larry is also going to call us about Joe Milton and about Joey Aguilar.
Hey, Dobbs doing his thing.
Yeah, Dobbs had a 50-yard touchdown. He's the least equipped of the four to play a real professional football game. I do not disagree that he probably had the best throw
of Titans preseason,
of his career,
of yesterday's game.
Definitely of his career.
How many actual passes has he attempted an NFL pass? Like a regular season pass.
Yeah.
Does Hendon Hooker have real stats?
Yes, not many.
Are you sure?
He's still around.
Does he have kneel downs or does he have stats?
No,
he's still around. It's just like 3 years.
He has 9 attempts. They all came in 2024. He was 6 of 9, 62 yards. No turnovers. Let's break so we can talk about Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
AKA let's break so he can eat.
I'm Buck Reisig. It's 104.5 The Zone. Okay, so now what happens if I want to eat, but the show's starting? Because these little mini chess pies that we've discovered, the fact that Kroll, who is from New York, was just introduced to chess pie in front of us. Has he started talking with a Southern accent yet? Does he sound like Bill and Franklin?
I want to know what else he's
Paul
been
and Franklin?
introduced to since he moved down here food-wise.
If I could quote him, he said, "Yo, what the bleep is this?" Like
butter with pie crust and sugar.
Yep. Like, I can't wait.
Chess pie. Welcome to the South.
Well, we could hear Deshaun Watson talk while we eat.
Well, the clips are not that long.
I don't know, man. This apology.
Well, I don't want to start with the apology. I want to start with the reason for the apology. Deshaun Watson, did you watch him? Either of you?
No.
Didn't have to.
Did not have to.
It makes it worse when you do. He was awful. Okay?
Real quick, 5 of 12, 36 yards. 2 rushes, 13 yards, a rating of 14.6.
You do not include the interception in there.
I forgot the interception.
So he was garbage on the field. And then he gets to the podium after the fact, and he is booed loudly throughout the course of his time on the field. Shedeur started the game. Deshaun played in the second half. And Shedeur didn't do anything.
9 of 11, 74 yards, touchdown, interception.
Yeah, wasn't anything special. Deshaun Watson, for what it's worth, if you are just now joining us and you haven't seen the news, he's been named the starting quarterback of the Browns despite this. Not the performance, the press conference afterwards. So he's 30 years old. He's missed a lot of time because of these Achilles injuries. And it's been, 6 years? When did the Titans go to Houston and Sam Sloman win for the AFC South? 2020?
Oh,
COVID season?
I think it was COVID.
It's been 6 years since Deshaun Watson looked like an above average to potentially star caliber quarterback. 6 years. It's a long time. So he gets out there and he's asked on Saturday night about being booed by the home fans. Robert, let's start there with Deshaun Watson, if we could.
It has nothing to do about the performance. It's a little bit personal than that. So I think it's a disrespectful thing. I'm going to keep whatever I feel with me and my family internally on how I feel about that. Last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles. And that same fan base, they cheered when I got hurt. So does that have to do with, what does that have to do with anything about performance? When a person get hurt, especially for your own city, and they cheer, I don't know. It's a mental battle every day. I feel like I get more love on road games than I do home games. So if it is my spot and he does make me the name, maybe it's 17 away games then. I don't know.
I could not believe, Lucas, that he had the audacity to get up there and say the things that he said. He's since put out an apology, but the audacity to think that they're the ones making it personal when you are the player. Let's not even talk about the fact that you are an accused sexual predator, and in fact, a proven sexual predator on a number of these counts. In one of the most ridiculous and jarring stories I've ever seen in sports. After that, after you got off almost consequence-free, what have been the consequences for Deshaun Watson's actions?
Settlements.
Financial.
Yeah.
When he has the fully guaranteed contract that he does, the worst contract in the history of sports, and that's tough to do. Because he not only used his leverage as a football player to orchestrate a deal like that, but he essentially ran teams out because of his demands, and Cleveland turned around and said, no, we'll give you all the money. Please, God, come save us. Please come play quarterback for us. I don't care about your perversions and your problematic behaviors and your NDAs that the Texans may or may not have given you for your massage therapists. I don't care about any of that. Please come play quarterback. The worst part about sports is that people will forgive you for just about anything if you're good. Not only are you this deviant, and maybe, let me give Deshaun Watson just the slightest shred of devil's advocate here, because Lucas, I've said this before, and it's wildly unprofessional of me. I actively root against him as a football player. I don't want him to get hurt. I don't wish any, physical or health ills on Deshaun Watson, but I don't want him to succeed in pro football. The fact that he has the audacity to get up there after being...
I'm sorry, what was that?
What?
Hold.
Did that just come from you?
What happened?
Okay, I have no idea.
Yeah! Let's go!
How the mighty have fallen.
Come on!
That's what you get for eating during the show, you lush.
Oh, you slob.
God, you're disgusting.
Oh, my. He tried to
You
go.
wait till I get this pulled.
He tried to what?
You wait.
He tried to say, what? I didn't hear anything.
But it wasn't a burp. What was that noise?
I don't know. You can distract yourselves.
Because I've, gasped.
It's the exact
before when
same
I'm running out of
noise
air.
I made when we had chitlins. When we tried chitlins. It's the same thing. Just like your things are happening in your digestive system. And
this is why we don't eat on the air.
No, this is why you don't eat. You need to learn to control yourself.
This is on people's lunch break.
The fact that he has the audacity to get up there.
Oh, my goodness.
That's so loud.
Wow.
I hadn't even boosted it yet.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. What is that noise?
Okay, no more. Please, no more.
But is that my stomach?
Oh, my God.
It is, if you really
Because I didn't feel anything when that noise was emitted. It wasn't a burp.
crazy.
Do you want the scientific version of what that is?
I mean, I have half of a chess pie here. Is it going to keep me from eating that?
That's
Because
so great.
chess pie is good enough that the shame, I'm willing to live with the shame that I will eat the rest of this chess pie.
Your stomach is lined with things called rugae, which are little like lips and like it's like looks like your brain, but on the inside of your stomach. And air gets trapped inside of these rugae. And as your stomach churns and digests and new things get added, sometimes that air gets dislodged and comes out as this.
Oh, my God. Okay, enough of that. That's incredible. That you can never say anything ever again about.
Lucas has been waiting.
That's the worst one in the history of the show.
No.
Oh, it's so bad.
You had one too.
I did when we had chitlins.
That's why he's freaking out about
I don't
it.
know when it
because
was.
finally
That's right. Equal opportunity.
Something has usurped his gastrointestinal noises.
The only reason I'm going to move on from this is because people are trying to enjoy their lunch break, and the Sean stuff is too good. I love him saying...
It would have been better if he got up there and did that.
That's an all-time moment. It's basically what he did. I love him saying he feels like he gets more love on road games. Like, yeah, bud, they're happy to see you. they're happy to see you going against their defense. But what you don't see when you're listening to that clip is as he's speaking, he's putting a diamond earring. He's literally putting on a diamond earring.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Like, go watch the clip. He's putting it on while he's talking about
that's not cubic.
It's personal and has nothing to do with performance after going out there and looking horrendous at the quarterback position over the weekend.
I guess I couldn't see it because Josina recorded her TV instead of pulling the clip from her presser.
I mean, that is one of the least self-aware press conference moments I've seen in a very long time. And then Todd Monken to turn around and have to say, that's my quarterback.
No. Not just that. Did you see the Todd Monken stuff immediately after? Like in the same day?
No.
The post-game press conference with Todd Monken. Robert, it's in the chat at your convenience.
Working on it.
Let me hear from Todd Monken. Because thank God there's an adult in the room to grab this dude by the shoulders and be like, hey, man, that's a part of the job. In Deshaun's case, it's literally what the money's for. I am not one who is going to dismiss or discount mental anguish because it's a very real thing, especially with people of a younger generation. Now, Deshaun's our age. He's 30. But that dude does not get up there and get to talk about mental battles every day when he held an entire fan base and franchise hostage with the situation that he did just because he was, at one point, good at playing quarterback. Todd Monken straightened his ass out afterwards.
Sorry, wrong one.
Hey, how's it feel to get booed? I mean, it's a pretty easy question. It sucks. I don't want to get booed. It comes with the territory. You don't want to get booed? Let's play good football. Let's play good at quarterback. Let's play good on offense. Let's play good as a team. And then you don't have to worry about all that because it can turn just like that. Win, play good football, and everybody will be fine. That's just part of it. I mean, so I told him, you good? We're good.
Todd Monken's good.
Well, he's getting a lot of criticism today because Deshaun says that stuff. And, I mean, I saw Dan Orlovsky on ESPN saying, you cannot come out and say that's their QB1. But I feel for Todd Monken because I feel like Todd Monken made this call in his mind some time ago.
These usually
like days, maybe over a week ago.
Decided.
And he hinted at it, right? Where he said starters aren't playing this weekend, and Shador went out there and started. So the writing was on the wall that Deshaun was going to be QB1. I don't think Todd Monken made up his mind after Saturday. Who would? So I do feel for Todd Monken that you have your mind made up. He's your starter, and then he looks awful, and then he says that dumb stuff on Saturday, and then you're the one that's going to have egg on your face when you roll him out as your starting quarterback with an announcement a couple days later. So they had to get in Deshaun's ear and say, hey, you have to get up there and apologize.
But they're almost out of this contract, right? Right?
This has to be the end.
Wrong.
Oh.
Deshaun Watson's contract has a built-in poison pill. If he is on the roster next March 13th, a $200 million salary guarantee kicks in, which means he will not be on the roster. This affords Cleveland the opportunity to designate him as a post-June 1st release, which means before 3/13, which splits the remaining dead cap in two for the 2027 and 2028 season. $34.6 million in dead money in 2027. In 2028, $51.5 million of dead money. And that is because they have had to restructure his contract because he took up such a large percentage of the cap the entire time he's been on the roster to not play or not play well.
Can we hear his apology? His feeble apology?
Yeah, I'll get it.
That could be it. That could basically be it.
I'm willing to let you play that as much as you want if you'll let me eat this just pie for the rest of the
This is a 2.5 minute apology.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, God.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone ready?
Hey, guys.
First off, I want to address the comments from Saturday after the game. I think just, human nature, just myself being very emotional, putting a lot of time these last 2 years to, get back and, spend time in this facility, in the city, meeting a lot of different people in the community. I thought I was going to get, a little different response. But, I think, my emotions got the best of me. And, my comments wasn't intending to go at any of the fans around in the city. Because there's been a lot of great fans that have been supporting me. And I know the frustration this organization have put, a lot of investment in coming, to get me back in 22. And things haven't been going the right direction that we thought it was. A lot of injuries, a lot of time off, and not putting the best football and my foot forward. So, again, just, I understand the frustration. I understand everything that kind of goes into that. And moving forward, I just want to focus on football, making sure that, I'm putting the best product out there, having the best ability, because I thrive off the energy. I thrive off the energy of the fans. I thrive off the energy of the community. I thrive off all that stuff. I think looking back in my history at Clemson and, previous at the Houston organization, I was a big community guy, big city guy, big fan guy, during the game. So, again, my emotions got the best of me. I'm a human. I take full responsibility of that. And, just moving forward, I want to make sure that I put the best product for the team, for the organization, and for the city so we can put a lot of wins and make sure that I celebrate and put Cleveland on the map, and that's why I put the the helmet on my head and I put the uniform on my body is to go out there and make sure I put my best foot forward. And that was one of the reasons why I chose this city, is to come and have a lot of wins with this community, with this city, and make sure that we, on the right track so we can have a lot of, celebrations and a lot of excitement to go each and every Sunday. So, again, moving forward, I just want to make sure that, I can give the city something to, think about, in the first 2 games. And, when we come back home, that we have something to cheer about and we can celebrate and, go do what
All
we
right,
want to
enough. Enough of that. Enough of him and his sad little apology. Now, what you didn't see, if you were watching us on Zone TV, is Deshaun Watson. What you instead got was Robert chasing Lucas with the cameras. There are how many cameras? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
5 cameras.
Hide in here, man.
Lucas is trying to dive and duck and dip and dodge the cameras so that he can eat his wings in peace. Instead, Robert has him literally, your back is hunched.
Yeah, I'm trying to hide from the camera.
Like if we
How wide is this shot?
If we found you in the dark, huddled over some animal carcass, and turned a light on you and you
so
looked
messed
back
up.
at us in like a depraved fashion, that is what you would look like eating that wing.
When I went, I about passed out from laughing so hard. When I went back to the one shot on him and he thought he was clear.
I did that was good.
That was the shot I'm talking about. Literally like a coyote that found like a rack of ribs.
like Gollum with that fish.
Why am I so? I thought I was ducking out of the way.
I'm dying.
That's a wild. Why
I'm gonna
did
tag you.
Didn't know that camera was so wide. We got to talk about Jed York. Speaking of
we need to talk about what
rich
he just.
people doing dumb stuff.
It keeps getting worse, though.
The Jed York stuff may be a tomorrow story because there are continuing details. We can all. I mean, how do you feel if you're a Browns fan and that's your starting quarterback?
Numb.
Yeah, like
Is that enough to make you not want to be a fan of a team?
No, because they have an excuse to care. Their core is fine. Like, they have exciting players. They have, I understand getting rid of Myles Garrett can hurt because I'm sure he was a ton of Browns fans' favorite player. But you got an equal value back in draft picks and a player in Jared Verse, a young player. So I don't know. There are things to like. If I was a Browns fan, I would not stop being a Browns fan just because of this. I would be hoping, hey, this historic quarterback class is coming up in the draft. I hope we suck bad enough to get our pick of the litter.
So that we can afford to pay Deshaun $50 million next year and then draft a quarterback that costs us $40.
Woof.
Was Baker the last QB they drafted high like that?
No, I'm sure their general manager was high for most of his draft picks.
Has to be.
18? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, 8 years. Yeah, they're due. They're due a number one
Manziel was
quarterback.
obviously before Baker. It would have been just those two in the last couple of years. I mean, it's been more than a couple of years.
Yeah, they tried it with Deshaun Kaiser.
Titans legend.
Man.
What's he doing now?
Kaiser? He was playing in some sound celebrity softball game last I saw him.
I'm looking him up on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn?
He is now a tech entrepreneur working as the founder and CEO of One of None, a connected product platform based in Nashville, Tennessee. His company links physical goods, apparel, and collectibles to digital experiences utilizing embedded NFC and RFID technology.
That's a very Notre Dame turn to his career.
Love
Look at the big brain on Deshaun Kaiser.
Pretty smart guy.
You could sponsor the show with all that money, all that funny money.
Why are you talking like that?
I just want some money. I just need some. I want to take another break so Lucas can go back to eating.
I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone. Okay. Let's wrap this up for today. That was a sprint. That was a 3-hour sprint. Reaction Mondays. Back. We love. Next Titans preseason game, a Saturday game. Last Titans preseason game, a Saturday game. Against the Chicago Bears, they'll have joint training camp practice on Thursday. We will be out there tomorrow and on Thursday. Cosell's going to be here. So we'll have Greg on the show live tomorrow and on Thursday. And I hope we're going to have Brian Dable on the show. I'm not certain about which day.
We have to talk about the Jed York thing. There's no more. We can't push this to tomorrow.
I dangled the soccer carrot in front of you to see if you would take that bait instead of...
¿Por qué no los dos?
Fair enough. We have 13 minutes.
Jed York, if anybody's missed it, the Niners owner, has been arrested in East Palestine, Ohio. Yes, that is a place. I definitely, at first glance, thought that was another problem. What's he doing over there?
Why is he in Gaza?
East Palestine, Ohio.
That's where that train tipped over a couple of years ago, right? The toxic materials that were being...
I don't recall.
Yes, this was a scandal several years ago.
He has pleaded...
You know what I'm talking about back there?
Whose it was it now?
You put your headset on.
Tipping over in East Palestine, Ohio?
In Ohio, there was this cargo train that had a bunch of toxic materials or toxic waste that tipped over. It's a whole problem for the community for like a considerable amount of time, like the cleanup and the after effects and all these different things. I don't remember if that was East Palestine.
So how do we get to that from
East
Jed
Palestine.
York?
That's where he was arrested.
East Palestine?
Ohio.
Okay, can we restart this for a second? Because I love the rollout of this news and how slowly we did not get the full picture of this initially.
Yes, because the fixers are trying desperately to keep the news down for the billionaire. That's the way this thing works.
The first thing we got was from Ari Myrov, who said, hey, 49ers owner Jed York was arrested Sunday in East Palestine, Ohio, and pleaded a no contest to misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct and possessing criminal tools. He is sentenced to 2 days in jail in order to pay $1,150 in fine. Okay. What the hell is criminal tools? So I looked it up. It means to possess something that you are planning on doing a criminal act with. We later found out that he was engaging in prostitution. What is the tool? He brought a condom?
No, this is what the tool is. Jed York, according to reports, allegedly arranged to pay $140 in exchange for sex at a trailer park in Ohio. The criminal tool, the cell phone that he had in his possession to arrange the criminal act.
Got him. Not the money. The money wasn't the tool.
Got him on a sting.
Should have been, but...
A billionaire.
That's right.
In a trailer park in Ohio.
He's lonely.
With $140.
And frugal.
This looks like a very nice trailer park for what it's worth.
Apparently they call it East Palestine, according to the chat.
I think the chat's screwing with
you.
Well,
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Ohio.
On February 3rd, 2023 at 8:55 p.m., a Norfolk Southern freight train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio. The train was carrying hazardous materials when 38 cars derailed. Several rail cars burned for more than 2 days, and emergency crews also conducted controlled burns on several rail cars, which released hydrogen chloride and phosgene into the air. So East Palestine.
Not a great place to be.
Well, if you want $140 sex.
I think it's also important to note the time. 9:35 a.m.
What?
Dude couldn't shake it?
Wait, when? Sunday?
Let's not act like 9 a.m. sex is outrageous.
Well, I mean, it is if you're going to drive X amount of time to get there to a trailer park to meet an unnamed
it's not like
woman.
East Palestine has an airport, right? He had to have been there.
He was just like, oh, what a restful night's sleep. Beep, 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 beep. I'll be there in 30 minutes, baby.
He responded to an ad on a known prostitution website in Columbiana County, Ohio.
I love that.
I mean, this is an NFL owner, a Premier League co-owner.
With no game.
He's juiceless.
Juiceless.
Has all the money in the world.
Robert, that is what happens when you are juiceless.
Got no juice, baby.
No juice,
Oh
not a
my
drop.
Goodness. What a wild story.
Woof.
That's delightful.
Do you think I'm interested why they could keep Kyle Shanahan's car accident under wraps?
This is a way bigger story.
I guess so.
Yeah. Tough preseason for the Niners.
Substation.
Their substation is eating their players alive. Their coach has a concussion or had a concussion because he was texting and driving and hit a car. And their owner likes $140 prostitutes.
Likes being a sub. So it's substation, substance, and subhuman. Like what? Every one of them are dealing with a different sub. We just got to figure out who the owner's dom is.
Unbelievable.
I can't think of anything. Yeah, that's the next step, right? This is like the Chris Forrester thing. Like we found out who the offensive line coach of the Dolphins was because he's doing coke and texting strippers about having or their baby together.
How bad am I about to do this and go to a meeting?
I mean,
so bad.
I'm thinking about you while I'm doing this.
While these grains fall.
That is current Niners O-line coach Chris Forrester to you.
Yeah. Dude, the 49ers, are the 49ers?
Axis of evil.
Dude, are they just...
This will surely go down as one of the all-time owner public embarrassments.
That and Bob Kraft.
And yeah.
Right. How much was Bob paying for the handy?
I'm sure I can get that.
I don't know. I don't know if that info was made available.
What's Orchids of Asia running these days? I assume it's long gone as far as the business, or at least the storefront
crazy
situation.
He paid... Billionaire Robert Kraft paid an hourly rate of $79 for spa services and then handed over a $100 bill and an unsolicited number of bills as cash payment for illicit sex acts.
So he tipped.
Kraft ultimately paid $0 in fines and legal penalties. What the heck?
No, this is like Steve Ballmer and the Kawhi thing. I don't know how much you guys have been following this, but they've been circumventing the salary cap with Kawhi Leonard by making him like an endorser. They have found 7,000 different ways to circumvent the salary cap and pay Kawhi like an extra $25 million.
Didn't they say that they found no proof of that, though? I don't know where it ended up at.
No, it's ongoing. They've continued to uncover items about this, and the NBA is concerned that they can't punish Steve Ballmer because he could buy the league. There's no recourse against a guy that rich.
I also think it's worth noting that this has probably been happening in every sport since Nam. Like, oh, we have an athlete and we also have a sponsor, and that sponsor wants to use one of our athletes in its commercial. Okay, in your contract, or maybe not in your contract, we will say that every time Pepperidge Farms comes to us, we will give them Jeffrey Simmons' name.
Do you know what he was the endorser for?
Was it the
Jumbotron Company? Not a lot of ads being run for the Jumbotron Company.
Well, they needed it.
They literally worked his salary cap workaround into the infrastructure of the new building.
That's why they needed a good voice. They needed someone to talk about.
Very famously, charismatic Kawhi Leonard. When I think of celebrity endorsers, I think of I think that gives it too much life. See you tomorrow.